This video's objective is to help students develop and use a model of the Earth-Sun-Moon system to describe the cyclic patterns of the lunar phases, eclipses of the sun and moon, and seasons. So what I want you to do is I want you to envision this picture right here. You're walking out and you look up into the sky and you see this scene above and it's just beautiful outside. But all of a sudden it goes pitch dark. What would you do? How would you react? And this is the phenomenon that's going to tie us into our learning that we have for this video review. What do you think is causing these blackouts? And I want you to take a moment to think about that. Think about why this happened. Why did we go from a sunny day to all of a sudden just a complete blackout? This leads us to our driving question, which is how the position and movement of the Sun-Earth-Moon system causes changes in the appearance of the moon over time. Now, what I want you to see right here is you can see something happening. Okay, you can see how the moon is orbiting, and all of a sudden you can see this blackout. Now, I want you to pay attention to the position of the Earth, Moon, and Sun as this phenomena is happening. And then reevaluate your thought that you had initially on why we had a blackout. And I want you to take a minute and write your thoughts down. Why are we getting a blackout? What's happening? What's happening in the sky? I want you to really think about that. Okay, so what that shows us is we're showing several different things, and what we see during the phenomenon that we just discussed is what's called a solar eclipse. Now, that's when the sun is already out and the moon comes down here in between the earth and the sun and is casting a shadow on the earth. And when it does that, if you are in what's called the umbra, the shadow right here that is directly under the moon, you will experience that complete blackout. If you're in the penumbra, which is on the outskirts, you'll see a partial solar eclipse. And we were very fortunate last year to experience in Utah I saw a partial. Some students went to places where they were in full totality and were able to see the full solar eclipse. So a solar eclipse is where the moon is in the middle and the earth and the sun are on the other sides. And the moon is what is casting a shadow onto the earth. Okay, this is showing us the solar eclipse right here. Again, here's the sun, moon's in the middle, and the earth's right here. And this will actually happen during a new moon phases of the moon. Okay, and that's when at night you would see no moon. So a solar eclipse occurs during a new moon. Here is another picture of the solar eclipse. I want you to really kind of get it ingrained in your head. So here's the sun on the outside, moon's in the middle. Remember, the moon is orbiting the earth right here, and the moon is casting the shadow onto the earth. When you're in the umbra shadow, you're going to see a full solar eclipse where it completely goes black. If you are in the penumbra, you will only see a partial solar eclipse where only part of it is covering the sun. And here is last year. This is Utah Virtual Academy students. And here's myself and my son and my daughter. We were watching the solar eclipse. And with solar eclipse, think solar sun, you have to have special glasses to see. So if you're in a full, if you are in full totality, you're going to get the full solar eclipse, which is right here is what you would see. Is nothing really. You might see the outline of the sun right there. If you're seeing a partial solar eclipse, you're going to see something like this. And I was able to see a partial last year. Okay, so this part is to show a solar eclipse. So I thought I could move these around a little bit, but remember, to create a solar eclipse, like up here, you need to have the moon in the middle, the sun on the outside, and the earth on the other side. And the moon is what's casting the shadow onto the earth. I thought I was able to move those, but apparently I'm not. Okay, so a lunar eclipse, lunar, think moon. Okay, so lunar moon is a different position. So we have the Earth in the middle this time. Okay, the Earth's in the middle and the moon is over here. Okay, and this time the Earth is what's casting the shadow onto the moon, and it kind of makes like a little red color. Okay, it looks kind of like a sunset color. So you can see the moon is the one that is lit up kind of different. And this occurs during a full moon phase.